Howdy campers, Brian with Steenberger Studios. For the last 10 years, we've been nurturing the embers of a great game idea, while learning the tools of indie game development. We started with the Unity game engine, testing out the idea with year-over-year improvements, but ultimately going with Unreal Engine 5. We call it Gone Camping, a first-person action-adventure game. This devlog will chronicle our hike to MVP, minimally viable product. What are the core elements that we need to say, this is the game, and how it plays? In the context of video games, this can be boiled down to the pillars of game design, the elements of the gameplay loop. In Gone Camping, these are FPS bow and arrow action, open world camping and exploration, and linear dungeons with puzzles and bosses that will challenge your gaming skills. By the end of this devlog series, the hope is to have the MVP completed and released for you to check out yourself. Progression in Gone Camping centers around discovering new items that change how you play or navigate through the game. Take this rope arrow, for example. It helps you move farther and higher, physically unlocking new discoveries. In my most favorite video games, the best items are rewards found in dungeons or temples, and you have to beat the big bad boss to prove you've earned it. For Gone Camping, we're leaning into a low-poly, stylized look. There's a few reasons behind this. Number one, I just love the look of it. It also makes for a cost-effective, let's go with that, a cost-effective way for us to generate and procure content, given the restraints of our small team. And when combined with the features and graphical fidelity of Unreal Engine 5, it just looks beautiful. Of course, the side effect here is that you'll need a little bit more hardware to run a small game like ours than you might be used to. I know there's noise in the gaming community about this as new Unreal Engine 5 games are being released that are running poorly on modern hardware. I'm developing this using a 2080 Super with an AMD 5600X, and I'm targeting 60 frames per second at 1080p. It's always been my vision for the game that the environments feel deep, rich, and inviting, as if you can reach out and touch any of the elements. However, the game engine technology we've had at our disposal up to this point, it just hasn't been up to the level of detail that I've envisioned for this game. With Unreal Engine 5, everything has changed. There's the incredible nanite level of detail system that automatically optimizes your 3D meshes. But even more importantly for us is the Lumen real-time global illumination system. It simulates more accurate light, bounces, and reflections in real time. With these tools, you can build a scene quickly and beautifully light it instantly, exactly how I had dreamed 10 years ago. Then you combine this with what Blender's been doing for 3D and animation, and now you have all the right tools needed to start running with a game like this one. The scope for the Gone Camping MVP will be narrow. So we're only making one of each major element. We're targeting about 1 hour of gameplay. And even though this is something of an open world concept with camping and exploration, I don't anticipate the final project will be much more than 6 hours worth of gameplay, if you were speedrunning end to end. Famous last words, speedrunners will probably figure out a sub 30-second path. They always do. So that's going to wrap it up for episode 0. Next time on episode 1, we're going to talk about the player and bow and arrow. We'll see you then.